one getting hit, senators, not you.
Guam Education Board Vice Chairperson Maria Atala Gutierrez called on senators to walk in their shoes to see for themselves just how bad the overcrowding situation is at George Washington High School in Mangilao.
I challenge you to try going there.
So why is Gutierrez and all other GEB members and the Department of Education opposing Bill 309? The legislation would appropriate a portion of anticipated additional Section 30 revenues, or $10 million, to expand GW. GEB member and parent of a student attending public school, Kenneth Chargaloff.
In reviewing the proposed bill, and if it becomes law, the legislation mandates to transfer both students and GDOE employees out of Tiyan campus upon completing the expansion of the George Washington High School.
According to Bill 309, introduced by Senator Ben Pangilinan and Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz, once the expansion is done at GW, no students would be transferred into Tiyan facilities. No tax credits would be authorized to construct a new GDOE gym, GDOE office, GDOE warehouses, or mezzanines within the Tiyan facilities in FY14 and beyond. Evidently, it's this language that had GEB and DOE asking lawmakers to pull back the bill and request they stop micromanaging the agency. GEB Board Chairperson Dr. Jose Cruz.
We do not support the bill, especially in light of really one of the major intention, which is really to undo some of the policy decisions that have already been done by the legislature and some of the policy decisions that we've actually already worked towards fulfilling.
You entrusted us to execute our formal responsibility as board members, and we therefore petition this body to honor existing statutes in the governance and management of the Guam Department of Education.
Gutierrez asked that senators stop putting the island's school children in the middle of politics.
Regardless of who owns Tiyan, regardless of who is in the administration, let's stop that.
The board recommended lawmakers stop focusing on Tiyan but address other priorities for education.
The Guam Education Board desires to influence the wisdom of our good lawmakers to consider instead investing funds for the construction of additional schools in the central and northern districts, and allow the Department of Education to move forward with its plans to welcome over 1,400 students at Tiyan as we greet them in August this coming school year and subsequent years thereafter.
After listening to the testimony, Senator Pangilinan invited the board to come up with alternatives and suggestions because Gov Guam simply can't afford the price tag for Tiyan High.
I understand the board and your plans, but understand that what the direction you're moving in with regards to Tiyan is going to cost this government $256 million. That's what it's going to take to continue to support Tiyan to exist according to your plans. And we don't have $256 million.
GEDA's Lester Carlson presented testimony on behalf of Governor Eddie Calvo. The governor is opposed to the legislation and warned what would happen should it pass.
It is an abomination. And if somehow 8 senators are able to shackle their conscience, face the people, and lie to them with empty promises, and mandate unsafe conditions for GW students, Governor Calvo surely will veto this bill.